This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Yo, checking in one time for your mind. Stay tuned for your Friday Night Lights every Monday, Wednesday night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
I have to go see a man about a minute.
And you better not lose.
What's going on, good people?
What's good? What's good? Boy, that thing make me laugh every time I hear it. That intro, something else. Oh man. But on the other business. I see we got I see Yo made it in today. Welcome, Yo. Oh, he might got the microphone muted.
Now, what's
Yeah,
good,
be
bro?
on. Yeah, just saying well. Glad to see you on today.
For sure. How everybody doing?
We good.
Good. Ready for this. Oh, I can't say this weekend, so I'm gonna say this week in football. I'm gonna do it like that.
Yeah, shorted week. Everybody had to do a quick turnaround, so be interesting to see how much that affect a lot of teams without those extra day or two worth of practice to be prepared for somebody. So
Yeah.
I think it might be a lot of outcomes that probably wouldn't be normal because believe it or not, you need that practice. When you going and preparing against a team, you just played Friday, you come back to practice on Monday, and all you really got is 2 to 3 days of practice. Can make a difference.
True. But we're gonna see how these folks bounce back though. But I mean, a lot of them, started preparing on Sunday. They just had to cut out some stuff, cut out walkthroughs and condense the schedule down, prep schedule down a little bit.
What's up, Barry? And what's up, whoever the Facebook user is?
What's
But
going on,
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
See that?
Hey, Huncho.
See.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say we finally got word that Pearson Appling moving up to Thursday.
Well, that's good. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, Pierce, Appling down in South Georgia area, they definitely needed to move.
Yeah.
And no, Huncho, I wasn't making that for no excuse. Trust me. You got to be prepared regardless. So, Mike, Dro said Cedar Grove, they are going to make the trip this week.
Yes, we are. We rolling out Thursday. Taking in some sights on Friday. So yeah, because I confirmed it with Coach on Monday. So yeah, we rolling out Thursday.
Okay. Good luck to the kids traveling up there. Mike, y'all be safe.
Well, for sure. I know one thing. We definitely once we touch down Thursday, we're gonna get settled in and tune in to NFHS and watch us some football. No, that's for sure.
Because we'll be going down Thursday.
Yes, sir. I don't know. Man, NFL range might be a little low Thursday. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Them Amazon Prime range might be a little low for the NFL this week. They'll be all right though.
Oh yeah. For everybody tuning in, if you don't know, haven't heard, there's a slate of games to be rescheduled for Wednesday and Thursday due to hurricane possibilities coming through the state of Florida and Georgia. So we'll see what's going on, man. A lot of teams has to play tomorrow. I'm glad that we at least get the schedule Carver Thursday because I am worried about them. They have been very impressive this year. So we needed all 4 days to practice for them. So at least we'll get 3 instead of 2.
Oh Lord, there go Dro with the BS comments. I'm gonna disregard that one. But there is a list of I've been trying to keep the list updated since yesterday of all the games that's been moved. Right now we had about 100 games throughout the state that's moved from Friday to either Wednesday or Thursday. So by all means, go to either the page, the Friday Night Lights podcast page, or inside the group. It's in both places. so people can see if their team game did move or not.
Hey, could you please state your name? Northside plays tomorrow at 5. Could you let us know, let the listeners know who you are? We do apologize. We can't see your name at this time. But that's big. That's what I'm speaking of. Northside normally used to playing on a Friday, Thursday if they traveling to a area that has multiple high schools. And now they got to turn it right around and play on Wednesday. Like that's what I mean about not having that time to prepare.
Let me see something.
And here's the craziest thing. They're going in the region play.
Let me pull up my list real fast. Who he said Northside? Who Northside? Who Northside play tomorrow anyway?
It has to be somebody in region because I think they start region play.
I know I don't have them on my list, so yeah, I don't see them on my list because like I say, depending on who they play.
Could you come in and let us know who Northside play? Okay, Dewan, what's going on, Larry? Tell us who Northside got tomorrow. Tomorrow at 5. Who do they have? We know Lee County and Houston County playing, so really looking at Tiff, Thomas County Central, Veterans, somebody in their region.
Oh, Northside. You talking about Northside out of Warner Robins? They playing Kendrick. Yeah, they're playing Kendrick.
Oh wow! Why are they still out of region? Oh, they must got an uneven team in the region.
Yeah. That game should be getting moved without a doubt. I'm trying to see if I see a pattern here real fast with the because that's in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kendrick's in Columbus area.
Yeah, so they share savings over there. So
yeah, I don't see many Columbus games move right now. So I don't know why Columbus moving if they playing at Kendrick.
Yeah, it has to be playing at Kendrick because I don't see why. Well, I can't say because you have to think Northside and Warner Robins share schedules. I mean, share stadiums. So
yeah, but they're playing at Kendrick though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I said if they playing at Kendrick, that's definitely gonna make sense because you're talking about multiple teams that share a stadium over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know a lot of Columbus schools normally play on Thursday anyway.
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't see that. I don't see them being moved. I think they probably gonna be stuck as normal for Friday. They already had them scheduled for Friday night, so they might as well stay where they at. They good over in the Columbus area as long as the hurricane don't turn.
Anyway, why you say that? Because I thought it was coming up through the Gulf.
Nah, it's coming across Florida. It's coming across the state of Florida. That's projected because right now it's off the coast between Tampa and what's this just south of Tampa?
St. Pete. And if you go on down, you're going towards Naples and all of that on the south end of Florida.
Nah, it's way north of Naples. It's just south of Tampa and it's going right between Tampa and whatever that main city is, just south of Tampa on the coast.
And see, that's the thing. If you talking about that, that's coming up through the Gulf. So you going across the Panhandle.
It's going across the state. It's going to enter. Going to the east, it's going to enter the state there. Coming from the Gulf, enter the east there, go across the state, up by Jacksonville, off the coast, right there, off the coast of Jacksonville.
Okay.
Ride up the east coast as a tropical storm.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. Well, not fine, but I just, I thought it was. And TA appreciate that he say Sarasota.
Okay.
But yeah, I thought it was coming up, cross up the Gulf into the Panhandle, crossing over
Mm-mm.
into Georgia, Alabama, that side of.
No.
Okay.
That's not the current projection.
Okay. Well, shit. Yeah, unless it turned, I mean, Central Georgia really would have been fine then.
It's just a matter of rain
Yeah.
and how that thing break up and move.
I agree, Dro. That's what I was saying. That's what I was so afraid of, that it was coming up through the Panhandle. So, yeah, I don't feel good about that happening to the coast of, the state of Florida, dealing with it on the East Coast and the Gulf. But if you're going across that state, I mean, I guess that's better for us in Georgia. You know, I don't wish it on anybody, but man, if it had came across that Panhandle, I think the whole state would have felt it then, because it would have moved right up through Georgia back
Hmm.
to the coast.
For sure. What time is it? Yeah. But yeah, it would be ugly if it came across the Panhandle. So, and that's why I say Columbus should be fine.
Yeah, I agree. I agree now. I definitely agree. And yeah, Huncho, y'all are that southeast area down there, so it definitely should come right through that area. Y'all be safe down there.
For sure. Uh-oh. I don't want to show me. Don't.
One
Whatever.
thing a lot of people don't understand is that when that storm come across land like that, you start having tornadoes and everything dealing with the hurricane.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You know
yeah.
what?
So,
You know what, Paris? I was hoping, and I saw, hey Jess, what's going on, sis?
Hey y'all, how you doing?
All right. I
Good.
saw somebody make a statement. I'm sorry, made a comment, a post earlier that made sense to me. Fort Valley State homecoming, they said, was originally the 15th, and since you alumni, right? Alumnus, Jess must have lost her. But they said the original homecoming was the 15th.
Yes, it was.
So maybe they can move it back to the 15th and just cancel this weekend.
Hopefully they can, but I don't know that they will, because it's been a lot of, you have to think about, you know, I don't know, because didn't Kemp just declare a state of emergency for Georgia?
I don't know.
yeah, he did. He did. He declared it early for South Georgia.
So I mean, I don't know. It would be prudent. I think so, but then you have to think about all the logistics that have gone into, you know.
Agreed.
So I don't know. It just might be a wash. So we'll see, but that's okay. Make up for it in Columbus, baby.
But that's one thing about it. Real quick, let me address. Somebody saying it's gonna eat little old Baxley up. Whole Abilene County, they on y'all hard. Might need to get Coach Crow in and see how they gonna be down there after the hurricane come through.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
have to check on
Oh,
old
oh,
coach.
you mean to tell me Coach Crow not at his county residence right now?
I mean, he possibly down there in Abilene County somewhere, man. You know, we hadn't heard from him and checked in with him in a while, so
Hold on,
we'll have to
hold
check
on,
on him.
hold on. Listen to me. The last time I heard Coach Crow was staying at his county facility residence.
Ooh.
Hey, Joe said that hurricane about to tear up the Winn Dixie down there.
No, not the Winn Dixie, dog. Anything but the Winn Dixie. Anything but the Winn Dixie.
I'm so tickled.
Yeah, Paris, I heard about your rant on Jeremy yesterday. I'm gonna have to check it out, man. I apologize. I wasn't on yesterday. I hadn't listened. I was kind of busy, but I'll go check it out, Paris. You see what Dro said when I was trying to get it out, sis, about you being an alumnus, is it? Of Fort Valley
It
State?
is alumnus, alumni, alumni, and alumni.
Okay. Oh man, Dro said old Coach Crow having jaw surgery. Somebody must
What?
have hit him in the face.
Mm.
I guess so. That mouth, it's a little,
He
it's a
got a little
little.
flip mouth. Somebody
He
must
got a
have hit
little
him in the
flip.
face.
Well, not it's not flipped to me, but all the rest of y'all, yeah.
Mm.
Well, I
Yeah,
gotta admit, Coach Crow got a little flip mouth, so
I ain't be slipping out on.
he's kind of snapped at me one time, so
Yeah, to swing
Dro
on
don't
them.
knock him out. Dro had to knock him out. That's why he got jaw surgery.
Heck no, too much, too
Got a
much.
little beside himself. He wasn't trying to venture off and start a podcast and steal ideas and then was that ain't why you had to swing on him, I hope.
All right, let me go. I think the wizard just walked in. I think he about ready to do his thing. If that's okay with y'all.
That's fine.
You going to
Hey,
get
Mr.
going to
Wizard.
hold on, man. Let me get out your way, dog. Let me get out your way.
Move, Mike. He got things to do.
But I tell you, that dude always in the way of stuff.
Howdy, Mr.
Always.
Wizard. How you be?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing today?
I'm
We
all right.
doing real good, Mr. Wizard. How are you?
I'm doing
And
just
I just
fine.
want to tell you early, I want to thank you for the $50 that you will be giving me by the end of the season.
Me and the Magic 8 Ball don't see that happening.
But does he see that me? Does he see me having a good time, or whoever get the $50?
As long as you keep your meals at home, just don't
So,
make no
Mr.
music.
Wizard, I see that you are aware that my sister is a mule chaser.
Oh, yeah, I see a lot of things in my crystal ball, but I can't speak on everything I see in my crystal ball.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
So,
I appreciate it.
are
Yeah.
you ready to give us a rundown on what the crystal ball has been showing for the
Yeah.
upcoming week?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Let me hit.
Real quick though, before you start that, Mr. Wizard, we got a question in the audience we'd like to propose to you. Somebody want to know why the Wizard sound like old Thirsty Rollins.
Yeah. So you're doing too much, son. You're doing too much. Stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. Stick to what you know. We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that. Hit that. Click on that button right there. See, I'm still trying to figure out this technology stuff. This technology stuff looks fancy. I ain't used to all this.
Somebody,
Somebody said,
go ahead, sis.
no, somebody said, bro, this dude got this thing rigged. How he first every week? Can you
Cause I
answer
got
that, Wizard?
uh, cause me and my Magic 8 Ball get more games correct than everybody else. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what that come down to.
You just good. You just good like that, right?
Yeah, I'm just good at what we do.
So you in the lead, Mr. Wizard. Is there anybody close to you? If so, by how many games?
Oh, see, why you going back on stuff I talked about yesterday. Yeah, I'm up by 31. Right behind me is Courtney McGee at 30, and Yoso at 30, and then Miss Shan Thomas at 29. So that's how we was. Yeah, so that's what the competition looks like.
Okay, we coming for you. We coming
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. So I'll put it up again here in a second once I get done talking about this week's games for sure. But we're gonna go ahead and get started real fast. Starting off in Division D2. Number 1 and number 2 teams are off this week. One of our pick'em games is number 3 Bowden against St. Francis, who's number 10 in Division 1 Single A. We got Bowden winning that one, 31-24. Johnson County should have an easy day. Washington Wilkes should have an easy day. Another one of our game of the weeks is Charlton County at Dublin.
Ooh.
Right now, we said it's been a tight game, but we're gonna go ahead and give it to Charlton County. Dublin having some issues this year. Got Sly County against Chattahoochee. We expect that to be a close game, but Sly should pull it out. Dooley should handle business over Wheeler County. Aquinas is off. Actually, yeah, they're off this week. And then McIntosh Academy playing Atkins County.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, ain't nobody keeping up with them really. Another game of the week, and make sure 3A doesn't look bad. Prince Avenue Christian is playing Mary Persons this weekend, and that's at Prince Ave. So we think Prince Ave is gonna handle business. Swainsboro at Irwin County. I think Irwin County go ahead and handle business on that one. 21-17. Raven County should handle Fellowship. Blackley should handle Westfield. Brooks is off. I already spoke on Irwin County and Swainsboro. Whitefield Academy should handle Brookstone. Darlington over Coosa. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Usa.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Elwood County over Mount Vernon. And I already spoke on St. Francis losing to Bowden. See if we can do another undefeated in that class like we did last week. Fitzgerald, 2A. Fitzgerald is off. Got Pierce County over Athens, 35-7. Even though they playing at Athens just ain't hitting on it this year. They lacking something. South Atlanta should handle Kip Atlanta Collegiate with no problem. Cook should handle business. Thompson should handle business. Number 6, Elfa should definitely handle business. Putnam should handle business. Number 8, Columbia. I got Columbia losing this week to Callaway.
Ooh.
Even though Callaway comes to Columbia, I still got Columbia losing.
Is that a game of the week?
It is.
It is.
Okay.
It is. Northeast should easily handle Central Macon, and Rockmart should handle Model. No feedback? Okay, cool.
Yes, sir. We got just a response from the audience. Somebody said that you're going down this week with it. Our sister Shan McClendon Thomas said you're going down this week.
Oh, the one from last week. Well, she has a right to talk, so I can't be mad at her. She has a right to talk.
And who was that saying it ain't good to tell lies?
That got to be Jeremy.
It's got to be Jeremy.
Yeah, trying to hide today.
Follow your own advice, sir.
All right, moving on to 3A. Number 1 Cedar Grove at St. John's in D.C. We got St. John's, D.C. winning by 4. Carver, Atlanta, we got at Peach County beating Peach by 2. Do keep in mind, with these 1-touchdown games, it can go either way. That's the thing. So do keep that in mind. But we're still picking a winner, and so these are the winners we're picking. Calvary Day should handle Johnson and Savannah. Sandy Creek easily handles Harris County. Oconee should handle Hebron Christian, which is going to be a good game. But we think Oconee handles Hebron Christian. Peach County, we already spoke on. Chris County Doherty, it was a toss-up. And we gave it to Doherty mainly because Doherty is playing at home. Now, I'm not going to say this is a must-win game for each team, but it's kind of feeling that way because, for one, it's a way for both teams to prove themselves and to find their identity. So I'm not going to talk too much on it unless you guys want to chime in on it.
Yeah, I will wait till you get done with your picks.
All right. Number 9, Stevenson County. I got them losing 21-20 to Monroe area. And once again, number 10, Mary Persons. We already spoke about them playing at Prince Ave Christian. I got Prince Ave Christian winning 35-7.
Okay. Real quick in 3A. Great picks, Mr. Wizard. I think the Oconee Hebron game, 10 points is going to be a stretch. Hebron Christian, I mean, I know Oconee been kind of running that region, but Hebron Christian is new to that region now. And I think they want to make a statement name for themselves. Now, Oconee will be their first test of the year. But I think I think that game will be a lot closer if Hebron Christian isn't able to pull it out. Now, Doherty being undefeated, their level of competition they played so far this year has not been top. I like Chris to pull that game out in a close one. I see that you do have it as a close game and went with Doherty, but I think Chris will make that happen. And the Stevens County Monroe area game, another Region 8 matchup. I like Stevens County. I think Monroe area has lost it this year, and those teams mentioned Oconee, Stevens, Hart, and Hebron Christian would probably be the four come out that region. So I don't think Monroe area can outlast Stevens this year.
Okay. I can't remember if Stevens Monroe area was on the pick or not. I think it was.
It definitely is. It
Okay.
definitely is.
Now, I will say this. When you speak of Hebron, right, when you take a look at their schedule right now makes you question them because the talent and the quality of teams they're playing is not there. I mean, they started off the season with Chestatee beating them 63-13, played Providence Christian, beating them 48-9, played Commerce 48-34, played, in my opinion, the most competitive team on the schedule, Morgan County, but that's a lower class school, and they won 35-28. And then last week they played Athens Christian, winning 56-13. To me, they're the same boat as Doherty.
Agreed.
Okay? You're
Agreed.
winning games, but look who you're winning games against.
Yeah.
You're not winning games against competitive teams.
Yeah.
So, and that's my only thing with them.
And with more question. I'm sorry, statements from the audience. Then I'll let you move on. Pedro Senior, he said, the Peach County Carver game. Peach need to beat them for a statement. And he said if Peach lose to Carver, that's going to be a huge loss for the season. I totally agree, especially with a bye week after this Carver game, going into region play after that. You really don't want to sit with that loss to Carver or in classification with loss going into your region play and have to sit and let it marinate for a whole week or two. So good statement there on that.
It's more to it than that. This is a playoff type game for Peach County and Carver.
And Carver, you're right.
These are two teams expected to be in the playoffs, matching up mid-season.
Agree.
It's going to tell you where your team is at. Because either one of those teams can easily be a Final Four, a semifinal team. So it's a good measuring stick on where you're at in the season. This is a key matchup for both teams, not just Peach County, but both teams to see where they're at against top-notch 3A competition.
And with the way the bracket has set up this year, these teams could meet in the third round.
Yeah. So it's a lot. It's a lot in the Peach Carver game going on that we really got to understand. It's a major. This game here is a major thing for both teams.
If you want to talk to the Wizard and the panel, you can call in at 478-216-3174. Once again, if you want to talk to the panel and the Wizard, the number is 478-216-3174.
All right. Moving on to 4A. All teams in 4A should handle business this week with the exception of Wayne County. I got Wayne County losing, number 10 Wayne County losing to the number 5 team, Burke County, 31-14. But other than that, everybody in 4A should handle business with no problem. Cedartown against Central Carrollton, North Oconee against North Hall, Perry playing Westside Macon, Troop playing North Clayton. Like I said, Burke County should handle Wayne County, Benedictine should handle New Hampstead, Stars Mill should handle Trinity Christian. Whitewater should handle Fayette County. Bainbridge is off. I really don't have much to say in 4A.
Good picks again on 4A, man. I kind of agree with everything you're saying. I won't discredit what it is that Westside Macon has done this year. I don't think Perry just run away with that game. I do have Perry as a victor, but I think it'll be a lot closer.
Okay. But we do agree Perry will win that game.
Yes, sir. I do feel that they will win, Mr. Wizard.
Okay.
Looking at the comments, Darwin said Perry is legit this year. He's predicting a semifinal appearance for them.
Hey guys, we
Yes.
got Paris on the phone. Mr. Raymond, what's going on, brother? Nothing much. What you want to talk about there, brother?
Can't hear him.
You can't hear him?
No.
Can't hear.
Y'all can hear him now?
No.
Y'all can't hear him?
So have you said anything? Because I can't hear him.
Go ahead. Y'all can hear. Go ahead, Perry. Perry, go
I
ahead.
know we discussed about a 3A matchup.
Y'all hear him now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
hear him.
Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Perry. They listen.
What I think about P County Carver, we just gotta execute the game plan Thursday.
Well, that's been your
I
issue all year.
heard about number 9, very solid player, and number 12 they said also a solid player too.
Oh, to my
Oh,
friend.
Mr. Raines, good
Yeah.
point that you made there, Mr. Raines. But that's every week.
We
You know,
definitely don't
every
need
week.
no turnovers, man. We gotta control the game plan.
Yeah, every week you have to, execute your game plan. You
But I
know,
think it'll be a pretty great game, but they gotta maintain focus.
well, the fact that we think Peach is a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde team, they don't have an identity. Like, I think they needed those extra days of practice before they invited Carver into their house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's going to be, it was already a tall hill to climb, bringing Carver in with the way Carver has played this year and the way Peach has played. And then you have a shortened week due to this hurricane.
So what y'all thoughts about P County game Thursday?
It is if the weather is if it's rainy, it's going to be that's going to play in Carver's favor because they're a run team and they're good at that. I just don't know. I don't know what to expect from Peach County. One, they might be brilliant, then they might wet the bed. I can't tell you.
Not wet the bed.
Wet
Yeah.
the bed.
They've done it a couple of times this year. So
Agreed, Pedro. Carver actually had Buford down 16-14 for a half.
so it's times this year. It's time to put up or shut up, Trojans. I'm with you regardless, but the truth is the truth.
All right. Well, Perry, we thank you for your call. As we get ready to move on to the 5A class. Interesting matchup we got at 5A this weekend. Cartersville playing Calhoun.
Oh yeah, that is good.
That's gonna be a good one. I expect Cartersville to pull that out by a touchdown. I got them as a touchdown favorite. Ware County should handle business.
Perry, call back, Perry.
What?
I said, Perry, call back.
Okay.
All right.
Creekside should handle Mays. Dutchtown should handle Union Grove. Kell is off. Loganville Eastside. This is a crazy matchup to me. It really is. But I'm taking Loganville as a 7-point favorite. Coffee is off. Calhoun, we already spoke on about losing to Cartersville. Jefferson should handle Winder Barrow. And like I say, Eastside. I hope you enjoyed your week in the top 10, but you're gonna be falling this week. You're gonna be falling out of the top 10 this week. All right. Just want to see if we had any feedback on this one.
On 5A?
Yeah. No? Okay.
The most interesting thing is Calhoun and Cartersville.
Yeah, I know
that's
we
gonna
all.
be the game.
Yeah, I know we
I,
all looking for Calhoun to lose. We all want Calhoun to
yeah,
lose. That game.
I think they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it'll be that close. So we'll see.
We know they're both quality programs. They both play disciplined, fundamental sound football, but we got our readers on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right, moving on. Class 6A. We got Hughes at Alexander. Hughes should handle that one. Lee County, HOCO. We're giving the edge to Lee County for the simple fact Lee County is being played in Lee County. And that's the biggest factor in this game right now because you got two teams that are coming in, both are playing lights out football. Great football right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we feel that the 12 man should be the factor in this game, i.e. playing at home. So we're giving the edge in this one 35-31 to Lee County.
12th and 13th.
Go ahead.
No, I said 12th and 13th. Go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot about 13th man also.
Real quick, I'm sorry, Mr. Wizard.
You good. I like y'all feedback.
Yes, sir. It's a lot of turmoil going on down there in Leesburg, Georgia right now. Now, I did take Lee County to upset. Well, not upset, but to get the victory. Only because Lee County has a mindset of winning. And they've owned HOCO the last 6 years or so that they've been in the region with them.
Yeah.
So I kind of gave the edge to Lee County, but I wouldn't be surprised if HOCO didn't pull the win off.
And that's what I was going to get at because of the quarterback situation.
Yes, the quarterback issues and a lot of turmoil deeper than that with that situation of the quarterback. So you still would think Lee County would pull it off, but, I wouldn't be surprised with the way that HOCO team is playing.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Totally agree with you. Let me see. Number 4, Woodward Academy should handle Lovejoy. Number 5, Gainesville should handle Lanier. Rome should easily handle Woodstock. Thomas County Central should handle Veterans. We already spoke on Houston County and Lee County. Mary should handle Dunwoody. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, actually, Dunwoody might end up making that game competitive, but I still got Mary's over Dunwoody. And I got Blessed Trinity losing to Roswell. I think I said it earlier, or I think I skipped over that because we were talking about Lee County Houston at number 2. But yeah, I got Roswell beating Blessed Trinity this weekend. All right. And in 7A, this Buford Collins Hill.
Ooh.
The main reason we're doing this, Collins Hill lost to 2 3A teams back-to-back this season. I don't know what's going on in Collins Hill after they played Brookwood, but after they played Brookwood, something they haven't been right. So I'm making this one a blowout for Buford against Collins Hill. And then on top of that, they lost to Westlake last week too. So that should speak volumes on something's going on at Collins Hill. Colquitt should handle Lincoln out of Florida. Mill Creek should handle Central Gwinnett. We got Carrollton, 8-point favorite over East Coweta. That should be a good game though. Walton should handle North Paulding. Yeah, another pick 'em of the week is Valdosta at Loudon. I think Valdosta handles. I think Valdosta's gonna pull that one out. It's gonna be as always. It's gonna be a good game, great atmosphere, but I think Valdosta's gonna pull that one out. And
that's a rivalry game, so it can go either way. And Lowndes just coming off of beating a number 2 team might have an air of confidence that they didn't have before. So it's gonna be interesting.
And what I was trying to find out was I don't see. I'm pretty sure that game is gonna get moved. I just don't know when. I don't see it on my list, so I don't think that game is being moved yet. Let me check this one, make sure. I don't see that game being moved yet because I know they're definitely gonna end up moving that game to probably the Thursday.
Hmm.
So that'll be some good football to watch on Thursday for sure. Where we at? Lambert should handle Forsyth Central. North Cobb is off. We already spoke about Lowndes Valdosta. And Grayson should bounce back against Newton. And
That's
with that,
homecoming too. That's Newton County's homecoming. So
I hope it.
What? Who do
Sorry,
that? Who do that?
Newton.
Oh man.
Newton County.
Newton.
And my daughter is a student at Newton County. Po Newton. But that top three teams, man, in the 7A classification, man, Beaufort, Colquitt, and Mill Creek, like, man, that you talking about top programs in the nation, man. I would really put them up against pretty much any team in the nation right now with the football that they've been playing.
Yeah.
You would have sent them out to Vegas instead of Brookwood.
In a heartbeat, because they had no business going out there bothering them nice folks.
I definitely would have said. I'm gonna be honest with you. Seeing Mill Creek live, I would have sent Mill Creek for sure over Brookwood.
Yeah.
Now, Colquitt County, I don't know if I would have sent Colquitt County, but I definitely would have sent Mill Creek. If not Beaufort, Mill Creek. Because Mill Creek is solid all the way. They are solid at every position.
I mean, Dro just stated that Colquitt don't look as solid as Beaufort.
Yeah, and that's why I said. That's why I say I would have sent Mill Creek or Beaufort. I didn't mention Colquitt County.
I mean, Colquitt is playing good ball, and when I look at the fact that Carver Atlanta hung with Beaufort for 2 quarters, you know, like I said, now eventually they did pull off and play Beaufort ball, but still, that lets me know that if they was to come down, or my thing has always been a neutral site. You know, you're not playing in the Hog Plain, you're not playing up there in Beaufort, Georgia. You put them on a neutral site, I think Colquitt can play with Beaufort. And we may have a chance to find out this year.
It's gonna be interesting.
I don't want to talk down on nobody on a player, but
don't.
And I'm not.
Don't call no name.
I'm not calling names in specific. I'm just speaking on position. Watching both Colquitt and Mill Creek play the same team, the common opponent. Okay. And this is just my opinion. If you look at both games, you'll see the difference in quarterback play between the two teams. Quarterback play is very important at the level of football that these teams are playing. Mill Creek has the straight up advantage over Colquitt at the quarterback play. I just don't feel the dude that's playing quarterback for Colquitt is the guy.
Well, the only reason, Mr. Wizard, just real quick, the only reason I disagree with you is that common opponent statement.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take in effect of teams on different days. You have to take in effect of matchups. You know what I mean? Mill Creek may have a pocket passer, just an example. And he may be more of a problem for that common opponent than a dual threat quarterback in Colquitt was. But that don't determine what type of defense. You know, Colquitt defense might be up to par against that pocket style, whereas Mill Creek defense might not be up to par versus that dual threat.
Well, this is my thing. Looking at and I'm specifically talking about the offense and the scheme that Colquitt County ran. Colquitt pretty much ran a 2 to 3 step drop for the quarterback, ball out your hand quick. He didn't have a chance to think. He didn't have a chance to read the coverage. He just 1, 2, 3 balls out. That's
I call
Colquitt
that great.
County.
I call that great
Yeah,
coaching, Mister.
yeah, and I'm with you on that. That's Colquitt County. Now, when you get to Mill Creek, they'll do that, and they'll also sit back and do a 5 to 7 step drop and read the coverage. That's why I say in my mind the quarterback position goes to Mill Creek because the quarterback has Mill Creek has better quarterback play than Colquitt County. Because you can't. That's my thing,
Agreed. I understand,
and
but like I said, I
Shan,
always
that's why I think Mill Creek should be the number 2 team.
Shan
understood.
said Colquitt has 2 quarterbacks.
Who's the other one?
Well, I think that was a junior that was playing against you all. If he was the same one that started pretty much the season, and again, that kid is a threat on both ends, running and throwing. But my thing is, I call that great coaching because Colquitt, I'm sorry, Shan. Um, Colquitt has a slew of weapons on that offensive side, from running back to 2 receivers that's Power 5 commits. Like, put the ball in their hand. I don't need to drop back 5 or 7 steps and read a defense when I can just drop back and get this ball into my playmakers' hands and let them do what they need to do.
And I'm with you on that. And I get what you're saying. But those 3rd and longs, i.e. 3rd and 7s, 3rd and 10s, when you need that time, when you need that 5, 7 step drop, I don't see it being there for Colquitt County. Whereas I do see it being there for Mill Creek.
Understood.
If the game situation calls for that type of, for that type of play calling, Mill Creek has no problem calling it. And yes, Mill Creek quarterback can run. Even though he's a pocket passer, he can get that. He can get going if he needs to, but he prefers not to.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my insight on it. We're gonna move on with it.
Okay.
Number 7 and number 10 are the quarterbacks. Can you remember which one played, Mike?
I don't know. Why am I thinking 15? I gotta go back and look at the game, but I'm thinking 15. I know it could have been 10. It could have been 10, but I was thinking 15. I don't remember saying the 7 because when they got inside the 5, they ran Wildcat and put the big tight end at quarterback to run the Wildcat, which I can't blame him.
I mean, again, like I said, Power 5, 2 Power 5 safeties, Power 5 tight end, Division I running back who is, top 3 in the state easily at the running back position. Like, that team loaded, man.
Hold on, guys. We got a phone call coming in. I want to know who is this. Hold on.
Oh, Lord. I feel like this, Pedro.
Call from. This here is Coach Crow.
Oh, my God. We got Crow. We got Crow.
Hey, Coach Crow.
Hi there, Coach Crow. Hello?
Hey, what's going on? Is this the big face fella?
Yes, it is there, buddy. How are you? How are you there, Don?
Hey, what's going on there, fella? Hey, look here. I was just listening to your show there, and I want to talk with that the wizard fella.
Okay, go ahead. Coach.
What's going on, Coach?
Now I gotta agree with the wizard fella here. Now he talking about Mill Creek or whatever. They sound like a breakfast cereal. But anyway, I agree with the Mexican fella there. He said that he thinks that Bruford, I guess that's how you say it, Bruford looks like a pretty good team. But, now I think the Wizard there, he got some pretty good picks and everything, but Mill Creek, I don't know much about them. Maybe I need to watch more film on them and things like that. But I got a question for you good people there. How come y'all don't talk about Appleton County no more?
Well,
Coach, we heard that Appleton County was kind of down this year, Coach.
Well, Coach, we only talk about top 10 teams in the state.
Can't hear anyone. Can't hear nobody.
Coach, we talk about top 10 teams, Coach. I don't think Appleton is a top 10 team in AA.
We're here, Coach Crow. We're here, buddy. We're here for you there, buddy.
Where that gummit? Something must be wrong with my phone. First a little Mexican fella buffed me in my jaw. I'm trying to straighten up my ways. I stopped using all those ugly words and things. But I can't hear no one.
We
can't hear nobody.
We hear you, Coach Crow.
Hey
Coach
Mo,
Crow,
just
you can't
hey,
hear
Well, y'all
me?
can hear me, but I can't hear y'all.
hey Mo,
The
just
only
relate
one I
to
can
him.
hear is the big face fella with the glasses. I can't hear no one else.
Hey Mo, just relate to him. We only talk about top 10 teams in the state.
Hello?
We only talk about top 10 teams in the state, sir.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about there, but I can't hear nobody else but you. I can't hear the hey, my buddy with the redneck name, what's his name, Jimmy Wayne there? And the wizard. I can't hear him.
Coach Crow.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me, Coach?
Hello?
Nah, man, this stuff is just Mo. Mo gotta be the
No, he can. Hey,
Well,
Coach Crow. Your sweetie pie is on too. With you, the one with the voice.
Oh! I know which one you're talking about there. I love her. That's my white black girlfriend. Yeah, I love her. Yeah. I'm gonna be good, but listen here. I can't hear no one but you. How come I can't hear no one else?
I don't know, Coach Crow. Hey, y'all say something sick to hear y'all.
Coach.
Hey, Coach Crow.
Hello?
You can't hear me, Coach Crow?
Well, that governor must be my phone then, because I can't hear no one.
Hey, Coach
But
Crow.
They
on, Coach. They hear you.
Tell my girlfriend I got a mute. No, I'm not gonna say that. Well, y'all on the live show. I'm trying to be good, but anyway, y'all have a good show. I can't hear no one except you, big face man. I can't hear no one else.
Mo, can you tell them?
Y'all have a good night,
be
man.
safe down there?
She said be safe down there, Coach Crow.
Coach got mad because he couldn't hear nobody.
I know Coach Crow can hear y'all. I don't know why he cutting up like that.
I think he embarrassed because Joe broke his jaw, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it. How about we call him back? How about that?
Yeah, let's get Coach Crow back on the phone.
We're
All right. Why you calling him back and persuade him to come back on with us?
So took.
I got all right. So we got the pick'ems up for week. We got the pick'ems up for week 7 right now, and this is what we're looking at. So you got the 10 games for the week, and what you see in gray is the tiebreaker. So this is what the Wizards picking this week. If you think you can do better, by all means, you want to fill out your pick'em forms before 7 p.m. Wednesday.
Jess.
Yes.
Ask for Coach Crow.
Coach Crow.
Hold on, I'm trying to call him.
Oh Lord, this about to be hilarious, right? I'm gonna mute my microphone.
He won't let me call him, man. He won't let me call him.
It's just the devil.
While we waiting on EP to get Coach Crow on, Mr. Wizard, I can catch you this week because I see 3 games that I opposed you on.
Well, I just hope everything works out in your favor, son. That's all I can tell you.
If I do, Mr. Wizard, that ties us up for that first spot. And don't forget about my sister right behind us. So she's coming for you too.
All I can say is good luck to you.
We say drinks and cigars off of your $50.
I'm just a user. I'm a user. I admit it. I'm a user. I'm gonna drink off of whoever.
Hey, well, you probably need to call Coach Crow back for real then, because he in love with you. See if we can get some more cigar money.
Hey, you see what's on the screen, right?
I see it right there. Huncho, Jeremy, Danny Jones, Eddie Gary.
Bless your heart.
So, Mr. Wizard, what are you taking to challenge you? The top 3?
Top 4.
Top 4. Okay.
Yeah, top 4.
Okay.
So basically, where you see that dark line that's up on the huncho, that's the cutoff right there.
Okay.
Pedro said, "What we done did to Coach Crow." I don't know. I mean, all I did was ask him, tell him to be safe down there. He hung up.
Say he couldn't hear us and got mad.
Yeah.
He called me a little redneck feller.
He said you got a redneck name. The fella with the redneck name. Man,
He called me fat face.
Then he said the big face man with the glasses. Hey, and then he said he said you was the little Mexican fella that hit him in the face.
And then he said, I was the white black girl.
Oh, I think that crow back.
No, that's my phone. Hold on.
Oh man. Let me go and stop sharing this screen and get our thing back. Well, if I don't have any more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and step off.
Well, we appreciate you coming in every week, Mr. Wizard, and doing what you do.
And
I
keep
appreciate
doing
it.
your thing, Mr. Wizard. Just know that we're coming for your cigars and drinks off of your $50.
Well, speaking of cigars and drink, that's what I'm about to go do. I'm about to go put some yak in one hand and a cigar in the other.
All right, you be good, Mr. Wizard. Till next time.
And
Till
if you
next
can't
time.
be good at it.
There you go.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a good one.
You do the same. Yeah, old Wizard, man. He's pretty good pick'em, but I think we're going to take him out this week.
I think y'all going to eventually get him. I'm trusting in you.
Yes, well. So,
Yeah, Crow showed out like that.
yeah, he did. He really did. He really did. Joe, you gotta stop beating up on him, man, because I think he take it out on all us kind. I just say it like that. All us kind. He take it out on us once you go out there and beat up on him like that.
Yeah, I think he had a gift for me, but he wouldn't say what it was.
But y'all a trip.
Mm-hmm.
So this
is man, we got some big games coming up this week. The Wizard had some real good picks, man, and again, just a real quick rundown that I tried to keep in my head. I know the Peach County Carver game is going to be a big one. I know that the Lee County and Hoco is going to be a good one. That Valdosta Lounge, I think that's going to be the game that holds the most weight this week in any classification.
Sure. I'm with you on that.
What's going on, man? Shout out J-Bo, Carver Tigers.
Hey, J-Bo. And Cartersville and Calhoun's going to be a good one, too.
Oh, yes. I think every classification has that game this week. You know, that you really can look at it and be like a statement game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's gonna be every week from here on out now with region, especially with region play.
There you go. Because I still say that Hebron Christian, Oconee, and that Stevens and Monroe area is gonna kind of separate the region as the first week. You know, you look at the Region 1 with the Doherty playing, and I'm not sure if Thomasville have a game scheduled this week. Has it been moved or whatnot?
Yeah, Thomasville game been moved.
Yeah, but when you look at that region and those teams, that first week gonna really separate to see who's gonna start really moving towards. Now, Region 1, I think you can probably lose a game this week and still come out okay.
You can't.
Okay.
Well, hold on. When you say come out okay, you talking about coming out okay for what season?
Well, for this season region championship, because what I'm saying is take this. They gonna beat up on each other.
Okay.
So if Chris lose to Doherty Thursday, that do not take Chris County out from being region champions.
I'm with you on that because we already understood that if Carver don't get Doherty, Thomasville is. So some kind of way, you know, it really did first week. Where in Region 8, I think it's Stephen County and say Oconee win, you can pretty much guarantee the region is coming down to them. Yeah. Well, hey, real fast, just to reiterate, Thomasville plays tomorrow, Wednesday at 7 p.m. because they're at Monroe.
And that's a region game also.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got the Mexican fella in. What's going on, Pedro?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, how y'all doing?
What's happening, bro?
What's up, Mike? What's going on? You know I had to poke you in the ribs earlier, man.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah.
Don't tell mommy this.
That's why I say I was gonna know. I'm not gonna entertain it right now. We on something else.
Look, you ain't have to call it BS though, but I digress. I digress.
No, it's good to have you. It's good to have you on, man. You bring some good content, so it's good to have you on.
Exactly.
But you know
So, what
what?
do you have to say?
I don't know what y'all done did to this man, but I can't reach him now. He was blowing me up. He sent me that angry emoji, the real one. You know, he said he really wanted to talk to the wizard, but for some reason he couldn't hear y'all. And he really mad because he didn't get a chance to talk to his girlfriend. So
Well, I'm just saying, Dro, how could he not be mad at you? You done broke his jaw, Dro.
well, I mean, like I say, man, he be talking too flip at the mouth, man. I heard what he said, I guess. It is what it is. I had to tap him up because he got a little too zealous. He got a little too
Understood.
comfortable.
Understood.
Yeah.
Hey, real
Oh,
quick
man.
though, before we get back to Crow, J-Bo, man, he made a big statement right there, man. He said our statement week start next week against Thomasville. He said they playing Columbus this Friday, and that's in region play. So
Now,
That's how,
I'll
that's the
say
wrong.
this. I
That's
ain't
the
mean
wrong
to put
attitude.
y'all. I'm sorry about that. J-Bo, Carver better blow out Columbus because right now Carver doesn't have an identity. We don't know who Carver is. They came into this season with high expectations. Now I understand they had a change in leadership at the top, and maybe that's the factor in all of this. But they should easily defeat Columbus. What y'all think about that?
Yeah.
My thing
I
with Jay,
think they're gonna do what they've been doing. They're gonna be tied at the half, and in the third or fourth quarter, they're gonna break out.
every game from here on out for Carver is a statement game.
J-Bo.
I'm sorry to say it.
J-Bo,
That's
call
how I
in.
feel. That's how it is. Every game from here on out is a statement game for Carver Columbus because
J-Bo,
these
call
games
in.
matter.
Call in, J-Bo, 478-216-3174.
Let's get you on, J-Bo, to discuss that. And I agree with the panel. You think Columbus is that pushover team, and you think you got to start worried about Thomasville and whatnot. But I can guarantee you one thing, J-Bo. I don't think Thomasville is down there saying our statement start next week against you all. They're facing the Monroe, and I guarantee you they're taking Monroe serious. So,
Exactly. Monroe's not a pushover.
yes. So I think Carver would be best interest for them to do the same. We know who we expect the top four in that region to be, but all it takes is one slip. Because you slip against a Columbus, you slip against a Monroe, and still have to face those other top three teams, it's really looking ugly for you then.
Yeah. And speaking of which, Wayne, yo, I don't want to call you. I done said it now, but anyway, that Doherty Chris game, you know what I'm saying? That's a big game this week. That's a huge game because now both of those teams get to show everybody in 3A really outside of that region who they really are.
Yeah.
That is a huge game. And that game may very well determine a region champion. But I know it's still too early to say that, but Chris County and Doherty, they're not that far apart. One may have a better defense than the other, but one clearly has better quarterback play. So, that's a huge game.
I agree. And that's one thing that I was just saying. I think Mike and I kind of agreed upon. Okay, just a scenario. So Chris County beats Doherty Thursday. Next week, Thomasville beat Carver. Now you got Chris and Thomasville 1-2. But guess what? Thomasville come right around and lose to Doherty. Chris lose to Carver. Like that whole region is just so, I understand about that statement game, that first game. It's so big because you want to take control of your region. You want to show your region as well as your classification. Hey, this is who we are. We don't got that non-region stuff out the way. Now we're coming to run our region and make a run in the playoffs. and it starts with that first region game. So that's why I say that Darty Chris is really a big game.
Okay.
J-Bo, you free? Call in.
You need the number again?
Oh, hey Shane, I just saw you comment. How you doing, Shane? Yeah, I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I just started scrolling through the comments. I saw where you said, "Hey, I hope you're doing all right."
Hey, what's good, Robert? Always shouting out your Trojans.
That's right. What's up, Rob? Good to see
Hey,
you, man.
Robert.
Yeah.
How you been?
So,
But I still, what's up?
go ahead.
Nah, I was just gonna say, I hear what y'all saying about Doherty, Craig County, but I still stand by what I said, man. Doherty 5-0 ain't respectable.
Agreed. That's why I took Chris to win that game. I think Darty has the better quarterback play, but I also think Chris has a better defense, and I think their defense against his offense is gonna be more. It's gonna be easier managed than their
Well, this,
defense against Chris' offense.
well, this is my thing. We've seen what can happen against Chris when they play a pass-heavy team, i.e., Wesley.
Uh huh.
That's what Doherty is. Doherty is a pass-heavy team.
Well, Darty quarterback is a dual threat guy that can run that thing and pass it.
Yeah.
The kid rushed for 200 and something yards with crazy touchdowns from the quarterback position. And I just think Chris County defense will be more acceptable to stopping him versus Darty's defense, because Darty has given up points this year. They have won, but they're giving up points. And I just think, and that's against subpar teams, not to discredit any team, but teams of caliber that Darty should have blown out the water.
Yeah.
I may be wrong on this, but I think they have a decent running back too.
Oh wow.
I may be wrong on that. I have to go back and check, but I think they have a decent running back too.
Now, I'll say one thing that we kind of mentioned that we really didn't hit on too much. Thomasville better not, and I say this, better not go in there slipping with Monroe.
For sure.
I mean, I was gonna say that, like, when we talk about that region, like, I completely forgot Columbus was even there. We don't ever think about Monroe and Columbus. So how interesting would it be if somebody slipped up?
I agree.
And listen, now Carver, Columbus, people all get better as the season goes on. But remember, at one time it was 6-0 against Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
you never know. Not to mention that dreadful first half against Northeast.
Yes, and Hardaway.
But I will say this though, to Northeast credit, Northeast is a darn good team.
Yes,
agreed. Agreed.
And so, I mean, I know we gave Carver grief for losing that game as we should have, because we know how we get down here. But Northeast is a darn good team. I believe they could compete in 3A, if they was in 3A,
I agree.
To say that they would win state in 3A, now I don't know about that, but I think they could compete in 3A, because, Northeast is playing spectacular ball, and they could very well be undefeated this year, to be honest.
A real close loss to Fitzgerald.
Yeah,
and the Mary Person.
And I think if that game been allowed to continue, I believe they would have beat Mary Person.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Did they not beat Fitzgerald?
No,
they lost.
No, they played them the 1 point. They played them tough. You're absolutely right. So the Mary Person games, you're absolutely right. And my thing is, though, Joe, what I'm saying, we all know Northeast Raiders are playing good ball the last couple of years, not just this year. Mm-hmm. They can compete in 3A. But do you really think with the talent that Carver Columbus surround themselves around, Do you think that they're 20-0, 28-0, that far ahead of Carver Columbus first half? I don't think so. We know
Nope.
Northeast is a good team, but that Northeast making the win, we understand. But that game should have been at least competitive.
Yeah, it
And it's
should have
just
been.
that
It should have been. And I'll go ahead, Mike.
I'm just saying that's the point that we're making about Carver. They be so laxed in the first half against teams that not gonna play with them. You know, Spencer jump out 7-0. I mean, they jump out 7-0 on Spencer. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, you might have Columbus jump out or tie with you 7-7, and they might take the momentum from you, or anything can happen. Like, they got to stop playing with these teams in the first half, especially going into region play. That was the only thing I was saying about it.
Okay, well, see, that's fair, and that's why we gave them grief when they lost. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because we all recognize that, and it's not up to us to speculate on stuff that we don't know about. But this is just my opinion, and this does not reflect the opinions of the panel of Friday Night Light podcast. But just like how we felt last season with our team that we root for, it may be stuff going on, you know, that we don't know about that may be affecting the performance on the field. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's just my opinion. So if anybody wants to say anything, that's just my opinion, not everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Because coming into the season, Carver was basically put on the same level as, you know, Cedar Grove in terms of these two may meet for the state title. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But so far this season, Carver appears to be underperforming. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now we're getting into region play. So maybe they'll turn it around, but we'll see.
Yeah, maybe the light will come on, and people, people get better. Everybody gets better. Well, not everybody, but you're supposed to grow and get better as the season goes on. So, you know, maybe the light will come on. But with regard to Northeast, I will say, I know Pierce and Fitzgerald go back and forth, talking about W2A. But hey, y'all better look out for Northeast, is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because they could come up and slap you in the mouth, and you sitting here looking at what happened. And Huncho, I promise you, if Pierce County is not holding that trophy
Oh, we're
in
gonna
December.
give it to him. And just let me pick it back on what you just said. To me, it appears that Northeast is playing with a chip on their shoulder. They're
Okay.
playing like everyone is counting them out.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. You know what I'm saying? That running back they have, he's only a sophomore. And look at the damage he's doing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Fitzgerald is definitely one of the elite teams in 2A. And they gave Fitzgerald all they can handle.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they did.
So Pierce County is a juggernaut in 2A. We recognize that. I know some of us may laugh, but facts are facts.
Yeah.
They are.
If Northeast and Pierce County line up and play each other in the playoff, that's a game I would love to see. You know
Me
what
too.
I'm saying? And Northeast will get a chance to prove if they really are on that level as a Pierce County. Because let's face it, at this point, in terms of level, Pierce County is on the level that Northeast is not. You know,
Exactly.
but
Agreed.
you cannot take away from what Northeast has been putting down on the field. That's a scary team because
Yep.
they are playing like, okay, y'all counting us out. We gonna show you.
Yeah.
They play like a team that really gets it out of the mud.
Considering they lost they weren't supposed to do it that well this year because they lost a lot last year. I think they got to the quarterfinals, I think,
Yes,
last
they
year.
made the quarters last year and lost a lot.
Yeah, and they lost a lot. And nobody expected them to do as well as they're doing. And when you think about football teams and Macon, you don't. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
And
and
go ahead,
I
babe.
like the fact that they're winning and they have that football winning because it gives them something to hope for and it gives the people in Macon something to do.
Okay. Great points, sweetie. Just real quick, when I talk about, let's think 7A. Like at this point in time, I think we all can agree. Let's just say, man, just go ahead and crown Buford the champion. You know, you just somebody got to beat them in order to get it. 3A, you know, go ahead and crown Cedar Grove as the champion. You know, somebody got to beat them. And 2A, say, go crown Fitzgerald, go crown Pierce. But guess what? 3 teams you better be watching out in 2A. Shan mentioned one. That's Swainsboro. Playing great ball. Northeast, great ball. But a team that dropped down from 3A that a lot of people better start paying attention to is the Thompson Bulldogs. Because that's another team in 2A that can be hoisting that trophy at the end of the year.
Let me tell you my problem with them. Let me tell you my problem with Thompson. Now, first of all, let me lay out some positives. I love the color scheme, black and gold. They got some nice they got a nice stadium and everything. I like the gold helmets and all of that. But my problem with Thompson is all these years they've had a winning program. They just can't seem to get over that hump in the biggest game in the playoff. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So until and you're right. Thompson is a team that none of those teams should overlook. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna start having to show that, okay, y'all better pay attention to us. You understand what I'm saying? Because right now they have the reputation, you know, they just one of them near Augusta schools. That's the reputation they have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They are tough against certain teams, but against really, really good teams, they seem to fold a lot. You know what I'm saying? So now they have an opportunity. Should they face a Pierce County? Should they face Northeast Fitzgerald? Okay, what are you going to do? You see what I'm saying? Now, I know Waco is down this year, and they beat on Waco. You know what I'm saying? But we want to see what Thompson will do against the top-tier teams in 2A. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, it's like, yeah, we recognize y'all have a good football program. But are y'all ready to take that next step to elite status? That's what I'm waiting on.
Agree with everything you're saying, Dro. But it also, there's a formula. And the formula is this. All those great years Thompson be having and not getting over the hump was because of teams in a certain classification. And Thompson actually had 3A numbers. You know, they appealed also, just like Pierce and Appleton did. So my reason for saying that is, if you running out of the classification, I think Thompson taking that step down to 2A was designed to get over that hump that's been staring them in the face for years in 3A. You know, I think they're overpowered pretty much every team in 2A except for those 3 that I just mentioned. Okay, baby. Can daddy get it later?
Speaking of Washington County, how long do y'all think it'll be before Coach Edwards, or do you think he can turn it around?
She hear you. She talking. Say, hey, Jessica.
Hi, Jessica.
Hey, baby girl. How you doing?
Excuse me, y'all, for a second. I had a technical issue, and so I missed the last part of what Yo said. Now, I forgot about that factor about Thompson appealing to go down to 2A instead of remaining in 3A. I forgot about that.
Yep.
It does give off the impression that, man, we just cannot get by teams like Peach County, Christian, Cedar Grove, you know. So we hey, sweetie.
Say, hey, Dro.
Hi,
Hey, how you doing, baby?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay, baby. Go with mommy.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, I forgot about that part of it.
Yeah.
You know, that well, we drop down because of this and that and other. You drop down. It give off the impression that you're running from competition. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah.
However, you're in 2A now. You're no longer facing Peach County. You're no longer facing Crisp and Cedar Grove and Oconee County. You know, all the, the heavy hitters in 3A. So what are you
Mhm.
gonna do in 2A? You know, what are you gonna finally be able to show us that, okay, all this talk that y'all do during certain times of the year, your fans pop in once or twice a year when you get on the road, but we really hardly ever hear from them. Are you
Yeah,
gonna finally give them a chance to be like, see, we told you we this good, but we're gonna see, because when you line up against Pierce and Fitzgerald and Swainsboro and the rest of those teams, we're gonna see what you all about.
yep. And
Mhm.
Jeremy, you can stop that because Appleton did knock Thompson off last year, but I guarantee you, I will bet the house that's not the same Appleton, and you won't stand a chance with Thompson this year.
I know. I concur.
Yes, we talk top 10 teams here, son. Y'all ain't top 10, so we not mentioning nothing going on down there. Just get some sandbags and protect the Winn-Dixie.
Yeah, and don't they play Pierce this week?
They got Pierce
They
this
do.
week.
Man, they finna get mauled.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
They finna
Yes.
put a patch. They finna put a patch on both the Pirates' eyes. They're gonna need a patch. I mean, my goodness.
Oh my
And,
goodness.
and let's be honest. I know Pierce did get that one championship, and if y'all can see me drawing an asterisk sign right beside it, I am. But that was Pierce also. Pierce was no different from Thompson. Yeah, they got over that hump during that COVID year, but Pierce was making playoff runs and couldn't get past top teams also.
Mhm.
So Pierce going down was really trying to pad their stats on state championships also.
Okay,
So
but one thing, asterisk or not, they got the title.
I
They
mean, it's
got
in the books. You can't take
it's in
nothing away from it. But
Yeah.
I'm just speaking on Chris County dropping the ball, literally, and COVID is what got them that, because you think about the next year, want to be repeat champions, couldn't do it.
Jimmy Wayne, I'm gonna need you to sleep with one eye open, cause Honcho finna come find you.
Hey, tell Barry to come on.
But you about to wake. But you just woke up a sleeping bear. No
It
pun
don't
Thank
take
intended.
you.
it don't take away
Thank you.
from the facts. That's what we
Oh,
do. We speak
so
facts here. The fact
that's
remains.
right. And so
Pierce County ran down to a smaller low classification to stat and pad their stats on state championships. And
Or
let's be
should I say?
real, they
Didn't
Nah, they
should.
went.
Appleton do that too, yo?
They
They went.
wanted to. They wanted to. They didn't know that Appleton was gonna be Appleton this year.
Okay.
Nah, Pierce County went down there to get DJ Bell another championship. That's what it was.
I'm telling you, that's their whole mindset, and not just him. Because let's be real, they got a back right behind DJ Bell, who's just as good. He's putting up numbers just like DJ.
Mhm.
So you got this class in middle school with a lot of people that you will hear Huncho talk about and the things that the middle school are doing. For the next 3 to 5 years, Pierce County should be running 2A. And that was the whole coach's plan. We know that in 3A, you got Peach, you got Chris, you got Oconee, you still got that juggernaut Cedar Grove Lego set. You still got that. When we can go down to 2A with these classes that's coming through in the next 3 to 5 years and can win championships.
Mhm. So let me ask you this. I haven't seen them. Mike, maybe you have. So I guess this question is more for you. And since we're on AA, have you
Columbia.
seen? Yes, is that fool's gold or no?
No,
It's not fool's gold. It's not. They got some.
couple of
They
years
got
away.
some. They got some players away. This is the wrong class. Not this
Yeah,
class,
yeah,
but next class. Next class will make some noise in 2A.
yeah.
Okay.
For a couple of years away. They are good. It's just gonna take a couple of classes and attitude. So Mike, you can agree if you I mean you can tell me if you agree. See, this year is gonna build the confidence for the kids in those classes coming up. when you know what it is when you start winning and you get that winning mentality.
Oh yeah.
So
It's a
2-3 years
difference.
from now, Columbia should definitely be making noise.
Okay.
Now, the thing about Columbia though that has me that kind of got me upset is, well, I ain't gonna say upset, but it's gonna tell it's their region
Ah,
because they're in the region with Elk.
yeah.
So
Mm.
that matchup on October 14th is going to should determine the region champ.
Wow.
You
Mm.
know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Wow, that's big. Because I mean, again, when you talk about the morale of those kids as well as the program for years to come, you beat Elka and win that region, you're gonna have everybody in that school trying out for the team next year, want to be a part of that.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's
I
good.
mean, and what a lot of people don't realize about Columbia is that they're building off of what they did last year. Last year they went 8-4
Okay.
and made it to the second round
Okay.
Mm.
in 2A playoffs. Granted, they lost to Swainsboro, but they made it. You know what I'm saying? Even though they went in, if I'm not mistaken, they went in as a 4th seed that year. But the thing is, they're building on. They laid the foundation last year. They're building on it now. Next year should be their year to be a true contender in 2A.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
can look forward to Columbia playing on Thanksgiving for the next few years at least.
Yes.
Okay. Good show. Good stuff.
Oh, that's what it was. Last year they was in the region with South Atlanta. That's what it was. They
Mm.
took they took third out of that region last year, behind
Okay.
South Atlanta and Lubbock.
Well, I mean, what do you think? Those are two good
Prominent
programs
program.
right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, they should be all right this year though. They should finish at a minimum second in the region.
Yeah.
Have a good seed, get at least one home playoff game and move on from there.
Okay.
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 Well, good discussion of double A football. I
Well,
like that.
one thing about it over there on Columbia Drive, boy, I can hear Coach getting that filing cabinet ready to hide that House Bill 5250.
It's a coming.
Post Cedar Grove.
Nah, Post Southwest and MLK, and Towers. That's what's closer to Columbia.
Mm-hmm. Do those babies go to Gresham Park? I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Okay.
do.
Hey,
They do.
you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
all they got,
They end up.
all they gonna do is ride Columbia Drive on around, jump across Flash Hill Parkway, and bust that left. If not, actually, they probably gonna keep straight through the light, ride past Panaville, and go down to Clifton Springs
Go down the
and
cliff
bust
and
the
just
left.
bust that left.
And bust that left. They're right there. It ain't far. Trust me, it ain't far. It's
Mm-hmm.
about it's Gresham Park from Columbia, probably less than 10 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Asking.
let's transition to an elephant in the room. It may
Uh-oh.
not be the elephant in the room,
But it's an elephant.
but it's an elephant.
I'm thinking we talking about this. You talking about DC?
No, not that.
Oh, okay.
They didn't talk about on that.
Peach County. Let me ask you a question, Peach County. Y'all come on, sit down. Come on, sit down. Grab a seat. I'm gonna wait
Okay,
for you.
we at the
You
dinner
ain't lying.
table. We at the
You
dinner
ain't
table.
lying.
Now come
You
on, sit
gotta-
down.
I'll see.
Scoot your chair on up now. We gotta get on in here. Now.
Hey, hold on, Drew. Anybody want some iced tea? Water?
Nah, I'm a water drink on this one right here because I know Joe
Uh-huh.
finna bring the smoke. I need some water.
Okay. All
Get
right,
some
got
water.
it. It's coming. Go
Well,
ahead, Drew. I'm finna go on mute.
I don't know if it's gonna be smoke or not, but I have concerns. And I know people out there say, well, who are you? What are you talking about? You ain't in the program. Well,
You know what you see.
people ain't feeling great right now. You know what I'm saying? Peach County, the expectations of that program that have been built up over 3 decades. And for some reason, and by the way, people, we in 3A now, okay? So this is not just a Peach County discussion. We just going through different teams. But Peach County doesn't have an identity this season.
None whatsoever.
They don't feel like the Trojans teams of past seasons. You know what I'm saying? I understand when you go through a change and in the staff and stuff like that, you have to, get adjusted and everything. To me, it appears the offense is not explosive like we've grown accustomed to. The running game is subpar. Now, against teams that Peach County should dominate, everything looks fine. But when you stack up against teams that are equal to Peach County, maybe even better, it looks pedestrian. The defense is not physical like we've known Peach County to be. Now, if I'm speaking out of turn, correct me. You understand what I'm saying? But what I've seen so far this year, it just doesn't feel like Peach County football. Now, I'm not saying that Peach County should go undefeated every year and win state every year. All I'm saying is the identity that had become associated with Peach County football is not there this season. Why? Why is that? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, something in the Kool-Aid ain't sweet. Something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think?
I like to get the panel or the audience take on that before I speak. So if anybody have anything to say, feel free.
I can tell you right now go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. No, Mike, you can go. I don't mind.
All I'm gonna say is from the outside looking in, and when I say from the outside, I'm talking about way down yonder outside looking in. It ain't the man at the top is not into it like he was. Because it's a lot of changes going on the staff to make compensations for what's lacking from the top.
If you have anything you want to say, call in 478-216-3174 and voice your opinion.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say he doesn't have it. I think he's got way too comfortable in his position at that school.
Okay. Can y'all repeat after me, please?
Okay, what you got?
Say S
O
L T. These kids are soft. That's the bottom line. They pampered on the booty, soft little babies. That's the problem going on in Peach County. You had dogs. You had kids that wanted to play. You had kids that had pride and putting that P on their helmet. You don't have that now. You got kids that more in tune to jumping on social media after every game, want to talk about how many offers they got and these stats on this right here, and that's what's killing the program. It's killing the program to the point that the head man is not in tune like he's being. It's not him being comfortable. It's just the fact that he's dealing with a group of kids that's totally different than what he's ever had to deal with before.
So perhaps.
And okay, go ahead, Jess. Then I'm
what I was gonna say. So perhaps there are, somebody should be able to relate to them, right?
No, it ain't gonna work.
Not if you're not making changes on the staff. Not if you're not making changes on the staff to where you can have somebody on staff to relate to them. Who on the staff can relate to them?
Like, so what's the solution? Then I mean, if he can't get them to change their mindset, can anybody get them to change their mindset?
So you don't think there are coaches on their staff that can relate to these kids from that?
I'm not saying it's not. All I'm saying is if he can't do it, he got to utilize his staff to relate to him, to get to him.
Exactly.
To spark that fire.
Exactly.
We already know he can't do it because he's used to dogs coming in. He's hard. He's used to being a hard-nosed coach. He can't be that way against these kids. But somebody on that staff can light a fire up on these kids' butt and get them going.
Let me say where. Go ahead, Dro.
Let me say this. the game coming up on Thursday is more than just a regular game. This is a statement game. I heard Mike mention earlier that it's a playoff type game. This is
That was the
this is
Wizard.
I mean, I'm sorry. I gotta get used to that. I apologize. I really do. But what I'm saying is this game is gonna say more about Peach County than it does about Carver. You understand what I'm saying? They cannot afford to walk through this game. Okay, this just another non-region game. We're just trying to measure where we are. No. This opponent you might see again in the playoff. You understand what I'm saying? This is a fellow 3A classification team. This team was in the state championship game last year. Carver Atlanta is definitely not to be overlooked. You know what I'm saying? We are going to know where Peach County is going the rest of this season based on the outcome of this Carver game. Now, I know there are people out there who will say, oh, man, you talking crazy. Who are you to say these things? Listen.
Who are you not to?
Right. But I'm just saying, you know how people are. All I'm saying is, when you put on that uniform, that black and gold uniform, you are not guaranteed to win. You have to go out there and say, we're going to play 48 minutes of black hat football. If you go out there and play Carver like you've been playing these previous weeks, Carver will run Peach County off the field and go right back up to Atlanta laughing. And you know what they're going to say to themselves? Peach County ain't got it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's the word. That's the word that's going around Georgia football talk right now. And I don't mean to interrupt you, Dro. Y'all know that's my line. But let me just go in and say real quick. When I say soft and I say dogs, now let me just kind of clarify. You got a couple of dogs on Peach County football team. But what good is 5 or 6 dogs that's facing 11 dogs, 22 dogs? That fight ain't even. That fight ain't even. And to answer your question on where it starts at the house and in the community. And it's starting with a great start over at Fort Valley Middle School right now.
Yes.
Got
Shout
somebody.
out Coach Davis.
Shout out Coach Davis and that staff for real. Because you got somebody that putting that dog back in those kids, that making them realize what it means to put that jersey on and put that P on your helmet. That meant something. That meant something. You used to go to the stadium. You used to see those little boys back there behind the stadium playing football, ready for they chance to be on that field Friday night. You don't have that, man.
Yeah.
You on the sidelines looking at them, laughing and joking and playing and dancing and talking and cursing and acting like it like they sitting out at the house playing playing Madden. That ain't Peach County football. Now I'll tell you one thing. That what used to go on in Perry, Georgia. Now everything that Peach County been doing for the last 30-odd years is going on down there in Perry, and it showed that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Darwin said on the soft aspect, they didn't have that real PC football camp for the first time in years.
They haven't had that football camp in many moons.
Many years. What happened to getting your sleeping bag and sleeping on the gym floor and doing 2 a days and getting up and doing this and doing man.
GHSA cut that out.
You can't do the 2 a days no more. I know that much, but I mean the camp,
Well, I'm gonna chime in on that on the topic of discussion, and what I'm gonna say is it's that it's the offense that Peach County is running. They don't look like Peach County.
Well, you can't say that it's the first year.
Mike, let me finish. Let me finish before you cut me off. Let me finish. What I'm saying is the offense ain't what it used to be. And as you say, as far as with the defense, that the linebacker coach is different than the linebacker coach that they are used to and Tyler that they're used to having. The linebacker coach they got this year is the coach came from Hoko last year. So you're gonna have to just get those two coaches at least a year, get them at least a year or two to get used to what we used to having in Peach County. And I think they'll be all right.
Okay. Darwin also said Peach also lost momentum when the travel team, Peach Pirates, stopped functioning. A lot of talent came through that program.
Again.
And that's true. That's true too.
Again, you're absolutely right. Go ahead, Jess. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say because I know that 2017, especially that 2018 team. I mean, they were all in the Peach Pirates. I mean, it was a big thing, and so
you got a lot of boys on the team now used to play with the Pirates.
Yeah. So,
well, the last remaining true Pirates are
the 8th graders this year.
Well, a couple of guys on the when I mean true Pirates that was dogs, are some guys that came over in their freshman year and started for Peach County.
Yeah.
Now
it's all about the Trojans now.
That goes back to what I said, and thank you again, Shan, for the tour days still going on. I know. That's why I say it starts back at the homes, because I'm one. Let's be real. I'm just gonna be honest. Because of me not living in Fort Valley until my son got up in age, I never pushed that on him. That's one thing I said as a father. I would never push sports on my kids. My son right now, Coach Campbell, asks my son every day about coming on to the football field. And like I told Coach last week, that boy wouldn't last a play. It's not in him. You know what I mean? Now, granted, he's 6'2", 215, look like a safety that'll knock your head clean off your shoulder. That's what you're used to getting at Peach County. That's what you're used to getting. Guess what? They're walking the halls. They're on the corners. They're thinking they gangsters and all of this stuff. That's why I said start back at the home, because parents back then was putting their kids into the Pirates, was putting their kids into the recreation departments. And it's people like me who still are able and should be able to get out here and work with these kids and get them. Big ups to Courtney, C5, and Chris Slaughter, and those guys that have started back doing things like that, getting those kids and preparing them for coming up to the middle school and getting with Tony Davis and things. Like I said, we just got to muster this thing for the next couple of years. And Peach County football will be back to what you've seen with the people that are in place now doing the things that they're doing.
Well, I'm glad the baton has been passed.
Y'all let Mike finish his thought.
Y'all go ahead, Mike. We're sorry.
No, the only thing I was gonna get at was when it came down to speaking of the offensive coordinator, it's gonna take time for that system to get to jail, for one. Brand new system first year, it ain't gonna work. We already seen it. It's gonna take time. Linebacking, a new linebacker coach, I can't buy that one. Linebacker play is linebacker play. All you're doing is reading keys.
Thank you.
All you're doing is reading the guard.
Thank you. And I'm sorry. And I'm going to let you get back. I was just going to say this about the offense, too. I don't care what kind of offensive coordinator you got. You still got to have kids making plays. You can call a play. It can be the wrong play, but you can have your offense doing their job, meaning offensive line blocking, wide receivers blocking, and you still can get positive. But when you got kids that's soft, not doing their job, not doing their assignments, I don't care what play it's called, it could be the perfect play, and it's still not executed right.
Correct. So
we have a question in the comment section too after you get through talking, Mike.
All right. But yeah, that's my main thing is I can't buy the linebacker coaching change. It is what it is on that. Because linebacker play is linebacker play. At every level, it's all pretty much the same. The only difference is you might learn a different technique on shedding blocks.
Mm-hmm. Somebody asked, and any one of us can answer this, but I'll let somebody else answer it. Was Chris Slaughter a receiver? Somebody showed an old highlight of him on kick return.
Yes, he was a
He hit a
receiver.
few moves and was gone.
That
yes.
was Jeremy. That was Jeremy answering that question. Yes, Chris
Yes, he
Slaughter was a receiver.
Okay.
He was
So,
awesome.
so here's my question for y'all though, because we're gonna move off of 3A. We done been on 3A.
Yes.
We done beat that horse to death already.
Yeah.
I want to move
Let's
over to
get
4. I want to move over to 4A because to me 4A seems wide open.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the top of 4A, you got Cedartown, North Oconee, Perry, and Troop. Top 4 teams sitting up there. But then you got your usual suspect in Benedictine lurking.
And I would have said LaGrange before last week, but they can still upset something. The apple cart a little bit.
4A,
Yeah.
4A. Again, like you said, your Cedar Towns. Now, the only team I don't think will last out of those you just named is going to be North Dakota. You know, I think they're going to start shifting out once they start playing in their region and things like that.
Yeah.
Cedartown, Perry, they're legit. You know, Troup County, they're legit. So I think though might be the top 4 teams. I think Benedictine is down this year. But I think North Oconee gonna kind of shift itself out once they start playing region.
So you think North Oconee is gonna get swapped out with Bainbridge?
Bainbridge, I don't know about Bainbridge.
Well, Bainbridge, well, if I'm not mistaken, Bainbridge done had a tough little non-region schedule.
They have, but some of them they could have pulled out.
They should have won.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, but perhaps the light will come on, and you know, sometimes that's all it takes because that's what happened to them. That's what happened to them in 2017. The light came on.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. They should have beat Coffee. They lost. No, I'm sorry. They did beat Coffee. It was
Was it
They
Brooks?
played TCC. They played Brooks. Like, you know.
And Ware County. Yeah, they played Brooks tough, and they played Ware County tough, which they both lost by a touchdown.
Yeah.
But now they going in the region play, and when you look at their region, Westover, Shaw, Hardaway. The hardest game is going to be at the end of the season against Cairo.
Yeah. And Cairo is really not, you know, they lost their head coach, Coach Dvorsny, offensive coordinator for Perry. It was his uncle, who was also their AD, so they got a new system going on down there all the way from the top. So Cairo is not as strong as they used to be. So you can pretty much give the region to Bainbridge, but I just don't know how they're going to fare in the playoffs, especially going up against the top tier team. That's what they're showing. When they play top tier teams, they're underperforming.
And that's even and that applies to lower class teams also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Top tier teams, not just in higher classifications. I mean, you play a single A or double A school in a top tier triple A, you're losing to them. So that's why I can't see Bainbridge.
All right. I can respect that. I respect that.
But honestly, I think Cedartown gonna win it all. That's just me.
I don't know. Well, okay. I know Benedictine.
I don't have any.
No, I see Benedictine being there, being in the mix, and I see Benedictine being in the mix. Perry and Troop, and you know, depending on how the brackets are set up, Cedartown, Perry, Troop, and Benedictine being in the Final Four.
Yeah, Perry really has a cakewalk because Benedictine, Cedartown, Bainbridge, all of them on the same side.
Oh, they are?
They're on the same side. Perry might have to contend with Troop, if I'm not mistaken. But that's about it. Everything else, you know, they looking at having to face each other.
So
really plays in that game. I didn't in the Peach County game today. Were they sustained drives or did they make a lot of big plays?
Oh, it was running game heavy. You had 2 backs to go over 200 yards. for
Wow.
Peach. So the run game was there. The passing game to combine both quarterbacks was maybe 120 yards passing ill. It
Wow.
was all about the run game. They just enforced their will, which was the best thing for them. I don't know, man. I get passionate when I talk about Peach County. I don't know if y'all could tell, but
Nah,
Yeah,
I
that's why we
can't.
ain't trying. Yeah, that's why we ain't trying to talk about it.
yeah. So
Okay.
back to 4A, 5A. What y'all want to do? I like Cartersville
All right.
and 5A, hands down. Give them the
Yep.
crown.
Hands down. They might play Ware County or Dutchtown.
Yeah.
All right. 6A.
Yeah, that's it.
I think 6A gonna come down to Hughes and Lee County.
No, Lee County. No, Hughes. Give them the crown. Like,
No,
ain't
I
even nothing to talk
know.
about.
Wait, let me tell you this. I tell you one thing. Hughes better go out there somewhere and find them a soccer player to kick that doggone ball.
That's for sure.
For sure. But I was just saying though, in the championship, it's gonna be Hughes versus Lee County / Houston County. One of those two teams. They're gonna play in the championship. I don't know how the brackets. I don't know
Yeah,
how the
I was gonna
brackets gonna
say
fall
I
out.
hadn't looked at their brackets to see.
Yeah. And that's
But
all
if
I was
they
saying.
lose by a field goal or because of a missed kick, it's
I
gonna
know,
be
right?
They need to call Coach Adams.
yep.
Pretty much. All right. 7A.
Beautiful.
I think 7A championship game gonna be based on the brackets. I don't know how the brackets fall out, but if it falls out like we hope it do, it'll be Buford and Mill Creek.
Oh no, I'm
You don't
telling
think
you,
so?
I stand on this. September the 27th. You heard Yo said. Colquitt County will be in the state championship.
Okay.
Okay.
Against who? Mill Creek or Buford?
It all depends on what side how it fall.
Well,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
Well, I know Buford and Mill Creek gonna be on opposite sides because they're in the same region.
Oh, that's definitely true. So
Yeah.
therefore, if Colquitt end up on either one of them side, it's gonna be the other one. Okay, baby. Okay, I'll give you some cookies.
Shan said
that
Mill
with Mama.
Creek and Colquitt.
I like
Okay.
that. I like that. Because you know what? And I'm going to be honest. I saw somebody pose this to Drew on his thing. Do you think Mill Creek can beat Buford? And
Yeah.
you might be surprised this year if Mill Creek don't beat Buford.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what. On that nabbit. On what day? I'm trying to see when they play. I'm finna tell you exactly when they play.
Mm-hmm. While you pulling that up, good thing, Shan. Shan said Thomas County Central should be in Final Four, and that's in the 6A. And if Thomas County Central's in the Final Four, you got Houston County playing good ball. You got Northside who's came on. You got Lee County. We really don't know what they're going to be after QB1 has left, and Thomas County Central. So that I can see possible if Cartersville was to suffer. I'm sorry, if Langston Hughes was to suffer a loss, I can see it being a Region 1 6A championship all around. Two of those four teams playing for the state championship.
Mark your count. Circle this date on your calendar. October 14th. October 14th.
Buford Mill Creek.
Buford Mill Creek. Circle that date. October 14th.
Wow.
I'll tell you like this, Mike. The winner at that game should be facing Colquitt County in the state championship. Colquitt going to the state championship.
Depending on how the bracket set up. I'm with you though.
Where they playing, Mike? Shan asked.
At Mill Creek.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. At Buford, they're playing in Buford. I'm sorry.
I changed my mind. Buford wins.
That was quick.
I just saying. Playing Buford. In Buford.
Yeah.
Buford wins.
They got 13 men too, huh?
Uh-huh. No, they got they got 17. It ain't just
Clock,
one official. It's all 5 of them.
clock official. Got the clock official. Got the side. Got the
Oh
chain
yeah,
gang.
add all of that to it.
Got
Pop
it.
operator, the stack, the guy that's doing the stats, all that. This cameraman, he taking pictures of Buford only. Add it all in there.
They turn the camera when they trying to do a measure so they can move the ball a little bit, so you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh
And
man!
Pomel
But
Creek.
Let me change the subject for a minute. Let's get out and vote for the player of the week. The deadline is going to be 11 o'clock tonight. Deadline for player of the week will be 11 o'clock tonight.
So you got 2 hours and 37 minutes.
and to piggyback off of that,
No, an
your
hour
pick,
and 37. You said 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
and to piggyback off of that, because we got 6 minutes left on this broadcast, your pickums need to be in by 7 p.m. tomorrow. 7 p.m. tomorrow, they will be shut down for the week due
Good
to games
stuff.
being played early.
Good stuff. EP and Thirsty.
Great stuff, guys.
Get y'all pick'ems in. Get y'all player of the weekend. Those guys work hard putting that stuff together, y'all. Please all participate.
Please do. And we thank you for those of you who have been participating. We
Yes.
thank you so very much that
Yes.
you're listening and that you're
Interacting with us on that. That player of the week is a big thing, man. To get those kids recognized, man. EP do a good job of answering those emails and getting it set up. He and Mike, I see them throughout the comments. They go through it all week. These are family men with jobs and all, and they still take their time to get that set up for y'all. So get your picks in before 11. Get your pick'ems in before 7 o'clock tomorrow.
You got an hour and 35 minutes.
Yep, and let me see. I'm trying to verify something real fast to see if we had any updates on games being moved. Give me 1 second to check my source here. See if they put anything new out. And no, I'm not seeing anything new. So I'm hoping Pierce County, Appleton County, y'all come to an agreement to move that game up to Thursday.
And Shan saying the football gods.
Oh yeah, that was going on in Buford.
Oh yeah, and a rabbit's foot. And
Yeah.
a rabbit's foot.
And I won't call no name. I just say Dr. RH.
Heck nah. That's funny.
No comment.
Dr. RH. Oh, do be favoring old Buford.
No comments.
That's funny right there. But man, hey, good show tonight. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, Jim Wayne from Perry. If you happen to be listening.
You say what, babe?
I just said you from Perry, just in case you know that. If you happen to be listening.
No, I'm from Cedar Grove.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, real fast before I forget this. Jeremy, you had the opportunity. You was called out yesterday to call in tonight. You didn't call in tonight, so from here on out, you are officially known as the Rat.
The Rat, and Paris has dubbed you, and it has been confirmed tonight.
You had your chance to call in. We gave you 2 hours to call in tonight, and you did not do it.
I'm so tickled. I really
So
need
it
to
is
go
what
back
it
to
is.
the last 15 minutes. I really need to listen. Yeah, because you did talk. You could have called in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Had his opportunity.
And look at Shane's name for him.
Looking like old SpongeBob SquarePants.
I'm nicer than them, Jim. I was just gonna call you Mickey Mouse.
No, call him Splinter. He like a little sewer rat. He ain't Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse live lavishly.
Oh, don't call him Ben. Ben.
There you go. Michael Jackson rat.
Boy, y'all crazy.
I made a song about that guy.
Oh man. I can't even think of that movie where that rat was in the kitchen cooking with the chef. Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
Oh, Ratatouille rat cell.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So Jeremy, bro, you done lost all your clap, bro. Cause we already know you finna disappear come Thursday.
When you from Appleton County, you a field mouse.
You the mice that they find behind the Winn-Dixie down there that Coach Crow go through trying to kill.
That's right. Me and them dumpsters up under them boxes they break down.
Oh man.
Hey, I wonder how much participation we would have from Mr. Ratatouille after that Pearson Appling game.
0, zilch, egg, donut, none.
Next week, though.
He'll be back on Monday.
Nah, I think he's gonna take a week or two off on that one.
If Oregon win, he'll be back.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you what he's gonna do. See, this is what's gonna happen. He ain't gonna be around Thursday night or Friday. He gonna pop up on Saturday. Especially if Cedar Grove losing, he popping up on Saturday. That's what he gonna do.
I don't see it, Mike, because this guy, he that rat, like they say, man. All he do is sit back and praise every team in America and don't say nothing about his. He do that because he know they garbage. And when they lose, you can't get on him because he ain't been talking about them.
And I know, right? He done deflected all week.
Exactly. Pierce on him. So you can't run from that one. Pierce on you, man.
I mean, even when y'all were like good, they owned you.
They owned you.
They get ready to shut this thing down, man. It's almost 9:30 shit. I gotta get ready to get up in the morning.
I got bright and early, buddies. Well, this was a great show. I just want to tell everybody to be safe. This week we've got Hurricane Ian rearing his ugly head. So we're gonna pray for everybody that's in the eye of the storm. Y'all either evacuate or hunker down and be safe.
Boy, that's funny here right there. Man, good night, y'all. On that note,
Y'all take care.
Peace up, A-Town down.
Hey, hold on, before we go, can I get a replay on that, man? I'm sorry. Let's bring that back.
Come out the song.
Yeah, let's bring that back. We going out on a good note. Go ahead, Ben.
Oh my God. All right. Man, I am trying to go to sleep. I can't go, man. I can't be catching no chocolate horse in my stomach again now.
Just saying. That was the perfect. Hey,
Good night, everybody.
EP, I nominate you for Executive Producer of the Year for that one.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, Jesus.
Good night, man. Until what we doing? Tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm doing what's called tomorrow. The Player of the Week. Yeah.
Okay. Until tomorrow night, y'all. We'll get with y'all. Peace out.
All right, good night.
All right, good night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
Yo, checking in one time for your mind. Stay tuned for your Friday Night Lights every Monday and Wednesday night.
This is your Friday Night Lights podcast show.
I have to go see a man about a minute.